So, according to what you're following, what is the soul?
What is the soul? In Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Krishna explains, Mamai Mangsa Jiva Loke, Jiva Bhuta Sanatana. It says the Jiva soul is my separated part and parcel. This Jiva soul is an infinitesimal particle of myself, who is simultaneously different and non-different than me. So that means that the soul is an individual unit of consciousness, an atom of free will. And it's explained in the scriptures that the soul is eternal, and no combination or recombination of material energies can extinguish the existence of the soul. Which means it cannot be burnt, wet, blown, crushed. No amount of any movement between air, fire, ether, water, none of these movements can destroy the soul, because the soul is composed of spiritual energy, which is an energy completely distinct from material energy. So the soul is like a particle of light existing inside a like a soup of some mixed together substances, but it itself is entirely separate from those. So the existence of the soul in this world is like a fish out of water. This, in Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, his primary teaching is Jivera Sarupoi, Krishnera Nitya Das. Krishnera Tatasta Shakti, Beda Bed Prakash. That the soul is simultaneously different and non-different than Krishna, and that its true nature is to be an eternal servant of Krishna. Krishna Buli Se Jivanadi Bahirmukh Ata Ev Mayatari Deya Sangsaradi Duk. When the soul forgets Krishna, becomes averse to Krishna, then it comes into the material world and suffers in so many ways at the hands of the goddess of illusion, Maya. But when the soul realizes its true nature as a servant of Krishna and engages in the service of Krishna, then it's liberated from all illusion, and it enters into a spiritual environment filled with love, beauty, charm, sweetness, and ecstasy, and gets the spiritual nourishment that it naturally hankers for, that it can't find anywhere within the material world. Just as a fish can't breathe out of water, a soul cannot be nourished by any aspect of the material energy. So food, culture, aesthetics, art, history, philosophy, all these different ordinary things of this world, they cannot nourish the need of the soul. Only the Lord, only that which comes from the spiritual plane can nourish the soul. So in our teachings, the soul is an eternal unit of consciousness who naturally seeks fulfillment, naturally seeks love and joy. And that means it's naturally a servant of Krishna, the reservoir of all joy, the personification of all divine relationships and loving ecstasy. So to realize ourselves as a soul, to act naturally as our soul, is to culture our loving relationship with the Lord.